Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. The Philippines is eyeing to import rice all the way from Argentina. Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo discussed that possibility with Argentinian Foreign Minister Andres Cafiero in Buenos Aires on Wednesday. No other details were released regarding this. This year, Thailand and Vietnam have been the top two suppliers of imported rice in the Philippines. The country's current rice import stands at 2.33 million metric tons. 4.5% of that is from Thailand, while nearly 90% is from Vietnam. Meanwhile, the Agriculture Department reacts to the rice import projection of its U.S. counterpart. In a statement, DA Undersecretary Leocadio Sebastian said they expect the country to import much less than 3.8 million metric tons of the grain. He added that this projection indicates that the volume of rice imported in 2022 was over the deficit. Sebastian also noted that with intensified local production, he expects to import a lesser volume of the staple by next year. The DA did not give an actual figure for the much less volume of imported rice. Recall that the U.S. Department of Agriculture released a report showing that the Philippines is now the biggest rice importer in the world, with the Philippines seen to import 3.8 million metric tons in marketing year 2023 to 2024. In other news, the killer of OFW Jullebee Ranara has been convicted of murder in Kuwait. The Foreign Affairs Department said the suspect was sentenced to 15 years in prison and another year for driving without a license. The DFA added that Ranara's killer, the 17-year-old son of her employer, received lesser penalties due to being a minor. The 35-year-old OFW was brutally killed in January this year, with her body found burned and mangled in Kuwait desert. The Armed Forces reports a resurgence of Chinese swarming activities in the West Philippine Sea. These are photos of the Chinese vessels released by the AFP Western Command. Some of them are positioned close together, while others are stationed separately around the reef. The AFP said all of these ships are Chinese fishing vessels. The Maritime Domain Awareness flight conducted by the Westcom found that there were some 30 Chinese ships. Most of them are in Iroquois Reef, where some 22 Chinese fishing vessels were spotted. 5 were observed in Sabina Shoal and 2 in the Nares Bank. Though these are fishing vessels, the Westcom is still concerned, saying they also function as maritime militia vessels.
These Chinese fishing vessels are actually double agents, kumbaga, kasi they are also there to perform aggressive maneuvers at the orders of probably the Chinese Coast Guard. So, kumbaga, they are force multipliers ng mga law enforcement platforms ng China.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Meanwhile, the Senate is looking to come up with a new Philippine map to counter China's 10-dash line claim. The Senate formed a special committee that will draft a map incorporating features in the West Philippine Sea. The panel will be in charge of identifying maritime zones and boundaries. The committee also plans to institutionalize the name West Philippine Sea and is considering renaming Benham Rise into Talampas ng Pilipinas.
Hindi po malayo sa sigmura ang kawalan ng maritime zones ng Pilipinas. Leaving the Philippines maritime zones largely undefined will slow our ability to responsibly exploit and develop our resources. How can Filipinos properly enjoy the bounties of the ocean?
In weather, habagat continues to affect several parts of the country. Rains are expected over Zambales, Bataan, Palawan, and Occidental Mindoro, as well as in western Visayas, Zamboanga, northern Mindanao, and Caraga. Residents are warned about possible flash floods or landslides. Habagat may start to weaken and may no longer affect the country next week. Pag-asa continues to monitor a low-pressure area of Itbayat, Batanes. It has no direct impact and may exit the Philippine territory within the next 24 hours. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.